Hi there and welcome to Link Your Academy and learn with us how to DIY. Thank you again for being a member of our channel and for subscribing and liking and pressing the bell button to be notified of new videos. So today we're going to continue about our playlist of CAEL, the test of English, Canadian Academic English Language. So today we are going to talk about short writing checklist. Short writing checklist. So what I'm discussing what I have learned from that, from the short writing checklist, and the points that I have learned, I'll just write it right now. So it is the less content development, that's the first thing. Less content development. Less content development. Then, the other thing would be only using one source. Only one source. Basically, on the previous one, on the long writing, we are being using two sources, which would be the reading and the lecture. So here we are using only one source, and it will be either the reading or the lecture notes. The other main thing is that you still need to be on the topic. It still has to be on the topic. Need to stay on the topic. It needs to include specific information and a complete answer. Specific information. Specific information and a complete answer. Now the other point is what is the difference between the long and the short? So the long one used to be 250 words at least, right? Here it is 100 words at least. And you can write more than 100 words, but it has to be related to the topic itself. But just to let you know, you have only 10 minutes. So I don't know basically if you are going to write more than 100 or not, but it depends on your time. So at least 100 words. We could say or more. But as I told you, you have only 10 minutes. So again, there is the critical point, as just to show you another checklist, as I show you on the the long writing checklist. Here you will see the short writing checklist. Now, as you see, as mentioned in the as shown on the checklist, where most of the point is already being discussed here, on the main points that I learned. Now, there are two critical things that you need to keep in mind on the short writing list checklist. The critical thing here is that, as I mentioned, one source at the beginning, is that you need to know that the information which is critical, that you have to know, keep in mind, it's really critical. You have to pick the information that you are writing, that you're using in your writing, either from the lecture note or from the reading. So you pick one of these, one or. So you cannot use both of them. So that's very critical. And also sometimes it depends on the instruction. So it will tell you in the instruction that you can use the reading or the lecture notes, or maybe it wouldn't tell you, but you know that you have to choose only one. So the critical points here: information from the reading or the lecture note. Which depends on the instruction. Instruction. Now the other critical point is that you have to rephrase using your own words. So basically you cannot just copy the sentence from the lecture note or from the reading and just copy it in your writing. No, you have to rephrase it to make it on your own words. So rephrase using your own notes. So just to repeat it again, the critical information or the critical two main things that you need to keep on mind is, first, information should be either from reading or lecture and notes, and that it depends on the instruction. The other critical point is that you have to rephrase it on your own words. So these two critical points you have to keep in mind. So now the other thing would be is that because it is 100 words only, right? So it might be only most of the people just write the 100 words in one paragraph. So basically it might be one paragraph. You know, where the short writing checklist, you know, you're putting more than two paragraphs, so 2 to 4 paragraphs. But here on the short one would be at least, you know, it would be at least one paragraph, but you can do 2 paragraphs also if you want. But you know, it doesn't have. You can write more, but because of the time, you have only 10 minutes. Maybe you wouldn't have the time to write like in more than one paragraph. But also, if you write more than that, it has to be related to the topic. Don't go somewhere else. So the first 1 or 2 sentences, the first 1 or 2 sentences of the paragraph would be the topic and your opinion. So easy. So from that paragraph or from the 100 words that you're using, the first or 2 sentences would be from the topic itself and your opinion about that specific topic. And you have to use translation to link all your ideas and help the readers to follow you, or help the readers to follow your ideas. So using translations to link ideas, also using translation to help readers follow you. follow your ideas. The other thing would be one of the other points that I learned is try to avoid spelling mistakes, because it's 100 words, so you don't want to do a lot of spelling mistakes in it that you will lose marks. So just 100 words, just try to avoid it as much as you can. Try to avoid spelling mistakes. So try to avoid spelling mistakes. And the other things would be, good control of grammar, use different types of sentences, rephrase key ideas. So let me just write it here so you guys can take a copy of this. Good control of grammar. Use different types of sentences. Rephrase key ideas. As mentioned, you have to rephrase your ideas. Don't just copy and paste. Use appropriate academic tone. Use appropriate academic tone. So all of these, what's written here is that I'll snap a picture of it and I'll put it in the video at the beginning of the video or at the end of the video, and then after that you can check all the points that I mentioned here. Just pause and you can read them properly. So I'll just do rephrasing of what I have discussed right now. So the rephrasing of the short writing checklist, I don't know if I can just write it here, or I just rub the board and then I'll just rewrite it. Just give me one moment. So now we'll just rephrase what we have discussed about the short writing checklist. So first one will be present relevant ideas. So present relevant ideas, keep that in mind. In a concise form. So present relevant ideas in a concise form. Then you need to support these ideas. Support them. Support them. And here would be appropriate vocabulary, and academic tone. So, present relevant ideas in a consistent form. So and then you need to support them. You're supporting them with appropriate vocabulary and academic tone. Then minimize. Minimize. So keep in mind, I'll just repeat it again. Present relevant ideas in a consistent form. Support them with an appropriate vocabulary and academic tone. Minimize grammar mistakes. Minimize grammar mistakes. And what I mentioned before, what do you think would it be? What do you think? Just write it in the comments. What do you think would be the other things or the thing that we need to minimize other than the grammar mistakes? I don't know if you wrote in the comments yet or not, but I'll write it for you here. Spelling mistakes. So spelling, minimize the spelling mistakes. So again, will be present relevant ideas in a consistent form, and then support them with appropriate vocabulary and academic tone. Minimize the grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes. I hope this would really help you out in what I have explained here, basically on those points that I'll just post them for you at the end of this video, and also post that which is basically the conclusion of what we have learned today. So now what I'll do is I'll ask you some questions and I'll see how your answers would be. Okay, the first question would be, so the first one would be filling the blank. It is important to, in the short writing checklist. So it's a fill in the blank. It is important dash or blank in the short writing checklist. So what do you guys think? What will be the answer for this one? Let's see. You can pause your video and then write your comments below, and let's see the answer would be. Okay, I'll wait for a few seconds. Rephrase information on your own words. So basically, it is important to rephrase information in your own words in the short writing. Remember that. It is important to rephrase information in your own words in the short writing. That's really important, keep in mind. So I'll go for the second question. It's a yes and no. Is it okay to write only one paragraph in the short writing? What do you think? Is it okay to write only one paragraph in the short writing? What is the answer? Is it a yes or a no? Pause the video, write your answer. Let's see what happens. For sure it is yes. I already explained it. I already explained that because it's only 10 minutes and it's only 100 words. So basically, you can write only one paragraph if you want. One or two paragraphs. But you still can write one paragraph because it's only 100 words. And you can make all the one paragraph in 100 words. Okay, the third question would be, is translation very important in the short writing? So that's a question of yes or no. Is the translation important in short writing? Again, pause the video and put your comments so we can see if you answered it before I answer. Of course, the answer would be, what do you think? The answer would be yes, because we told you that we need to use translation to connect the ideas or to link the ideas and also to make the readers follow your ideas. So it's very important. I hope this would really help you in terms of preparing for your CAEL exam, and as it is going to help me too. So what I did is I started learning about it, and preparing myself for the exam. And this is what I'm doing in order to explain it to you. And also, please, if you want to correct me, if there is anything about the short writing checklist that you want to tell me, that I want so I can learn it from you to prepare for my exam or whatever, please write it below in the comments, and I will be really thankful to you. And if there is any ideas that I need to add, also write it in the comments. And thank you very much. And don't forget to share, subscribe, press the ring button or the bell so you can be notified of the next video. Thank you very much and have a good day. And by the way, my name is Adil. Thank you.